Hi, I'm Jamie from Sunshine Discount Crafts. We're going to show you today how to make a bow. We've had so many people ask us how to make a bow, and I'm going to show you the quick and easy way to make a bow. So we're going to get started with the first one. To start with, I'm using my first bow. I'm going to use some tulle, and tulle you'll probably have seen in weddings and whatnot. It's pretty wide, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to squish that in like that. I'm going to make a loop. If you're left-handed, you just do it the opposite way. Hold it with your right hand. If you're right-handed, hold it with your left hand. You're going to make a loop. Depending on how big of a bow you want, depends on how big of a loop you want. So you're just going to pull that, make a loop, hold it all together. Each time you're twisting it out. Twisting that loop, twisting it again. And I'm going to take a chenille stem. I could use wire or a stem. And I have a little hole there. See, my finger fits through. And you're going to take that through, hold it down tightly, wrap that to the back, and you're going to pull hard. You keep all that together, and then you're going to twist it. So it's in there. So everything's being held together. Then you can pull your loops out. This one I did not put a tail on, because I just pulled the rest of what I had on the spool. But you can put a tail on. I'll show you how to do that on the next bow. But you can also use this if you had a gift, you wanted to stick that on the top of the gift, you could do that. Because you have the stem, you can attach it, cut it off. You can tie it on a gift bag. Should be a good thing. So we'll sit that there. The other one that I did earlier, put a tail on that. And if you see, you put it up to the wreath, and it just folds on there, nice. You can attach it, fluff it out. We also have the same kind of bow in the black that I made, that we put on this wreath that we made out of straws. And that's all you have to do is just attach it. See, it has a black stem on it. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a bow out of this little lace. This is a narrow ribbon. So the lace, you can just take it again. You're going to start with a little circle in the middle. Squeeze it in on the side, twist it, turn it to the other side, squeeze it in, loop it. Now this is going to be a smaller bow because it's thinner ribbon. So you're going to make smaller loops, unless you want a real loopy kind of bow. You want to keep it all proportionate. So if you have a thin ribbon, you don't want to make too big of a loop. And I'm just going to twist it. So I have about 3 loops on each side. And then I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to put a little tail on it and cut that. And I'm going to take a piece of wire, since this is thinner. Usually an 18 gauge or 20 gauge, or you could use stem wire, or you could use the chenille stem. But because this is going to be such a small bow, you probably don't want anything too bulky sticking through the front. So we slip the wire through the little loop, pull everything forward, twist it, and then you can pull it out. And there you have a cute little lacy bow. You can put whatever. You can put it on a corsage. You could put it on a little wreath. A headband for a little girl. You could just put it on the headband. You could attach it with the wire and then trim it. Now we're going to use the wired edge ribbon. This is a number 40 wired edge, so it's going to hold its shape better. We're going to do it the same way. We're start in the middle, and we're going to bunch it together like this. We're going to make the first loop. We're going to bunch it together. See that? Now we're going to twist it so that we have the ribbon showing to the right side. Make a loop about 3 inches or so. Squeeze it in. Twist it. Loop it again. Twist it. Loop it again. And twist it. Loop it again. We're going to make the third loop. Now, the wider the ribbon, the more it is to hold on to in your hand. If you have arthritis, you may have some trouble holding it. But most people are able to hold this ribbon. You don't want to push down too hard. And you can practice. If you don't like the way it looks, take it apart and redo it. Now I'm going to put a tail on here. I have about 3 loops on each side. I'm going to cut this at an angle. And I'm going to pick up another piece of ribbon. And I'm going to put that to it. Cut that where I want, because I want that a little longer for a wreath. Then I'm going to grab a chenille stem. I'm going to go through that loop. Hold it down. Pull the stem. Pull it. Pull it all together. Twist it. Twist it tight, so it's nice and tight. And then you're going to pull your loops out. And you can fluff up your bow. When you have a wire edged ribbon like this, it's easier to keep the shape because it is so nice. And then we have a wreath here. So if I want to attach it to the wreath, I just open up the stem, tie it around the wreath. I can fluff it out, move it however I want. And there you have it, your bow. Now get busy, start making all your bows.